Howdy, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay Fiercine, and in this video, I'm going over early game beginner advice for those who are new at the game, and just to give y'all a bit of tips and tricks to hopefully make your early game a bit smoother and a bit better. And if you like Palia content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I make Palia content here on YouTube. And give this video a thumbs up so more beginner people are able to see it, you know? But at any rate, let's go ahead and get into the video. And the first part is about hidden spots on the back of your plot. You know, if you go to the back north side of your plot, you'll see this little cove where you can actually refill your water jug. But the big thing is going up this hill right here. If you go up this hill, you'll start to see some tracks, and if you follow the tracks out, it will literally take you to Bahari. Figured I'd start off with something a bit more common, but still takes people some time to realize that there's just a quicker way to get to Bahari rather than going out through Kilima and then going all the way to Bahari. Can literally just go out through your back door, and it takes you to a particular exit in Bahari, and you can use that exit to get back into your plot. So it's super nice, super convenient, and yeah. So my second tip is about building storage. Now you pretty much start off with limited bag space. You start off with like the bottom 2 rows, and that's not a lot, and upgrading your bag can get a little expensive early game. So what I suggest is building these chests like you see here. You get the recipe pretty early on, and you'll just want to go down to where it says wooden storage chest. It takes, I think, some wood and some flint, not that much, and you can have up to 8 storage chests, and you can store 400 items into each chest. Now you can upgrade them to eventually copper and iron down the road, but you know, just get the basics, get your 8 basic storage chests filled, and that'll give you plenty of extra bag space. Yeah, you're gonna have to run to your plot to empty out your bags a bit more often, but better than not having a place to store everything that you don't want to sell, you know. But obviously I recommend selling a lot of the stuff early game, as you will get it all, you'll farm it all back eventually anyways, so. But my next tip is to cook all of your meat. Now you can build a basic campfire like this with your crafting, with your furniture making. And any meat you get and any mushroom you get that you're going to sell, cook it before you sell it, because it'll give you tons of early game cooking experience. And to make it easier, what a lot of people do is they build 3 of them because they take 15 seconds to cook. Place one, move on to the second one. Place that one, move on to the third one. Place that one, and by that time, your first one's ready to go. And not only are you leveling up your cooking, but then you're able to sell what you don't eat, and then you're good to go, and you're basically, you know, getting a lot of benefits out of something you were already had in your bags, you know. So, and then, which goes up into our next thing, which is focus. You see this pink bar here that I have up on my screen? That is your focus bar. You refill it by eating what you had just cooked. And essentially it's bonus experience. You get bonus experience for every time you mine, you fish, you hunt, and everything you do in the game will slowly earn you points called renowned, that you can see right here on my screen right beside my gold. And when you get 100 of it, you'll want to go to one of these 2 shrines. This one right here is the Dragon Shrine, located right here on the map. And if you go up to the Dragon Shrine, and you'll have a commune option for 100 renowned, and you use it, and it ups your total amount of focus. You know, the amount of focus you can have at one time. While this one right here, that's located right here on your map, is the Phoenix Shrine. It's where you started out at originally in the game. And when you go up through there, it ups the percentage of your focus. Now basically, what all that means is every time you earn a bit of experience, you get a percentage more bonus experience on top of that with your focus. So if you have a 1% focus, you're going to get a 1% extra experience to it. So, you know, it's good to level up both. And then, of course, going through all that, you're going to need more focus. So you're not refilling as often. So that's why you want a bigger focus bar. That way, you're not having to refill as often as you're burning through your focus doing everything, you know. And we like bonus XP. Bonus XP is good. It's how you level up your professions a bit quicker. And getting through those first 10 levels are like the main part. So it's always super nice to have bonus experience. Now, my next thing is about requesting items. If you come down here to this request tab, you can literally request any item that you have physically held in your pockets. And please use this. There are plenty of people out there who are wanting to fill requests, but nobody really asks for anything. So if you're crafting or cooking or something and you're just out of an item or two, just go send out a request and I'm sure somebody will be willing to fill it soon enough. You know, it's a super nice thing that they put into the game to allow, you know, people to share their goods. Now, you can only ask for so many items in a day. You are limited to 4 at a time, but then after so long, it comes off cooldown and you're able to ask for more stuff again. And if you're ever wondering how many more requests you have left available, if you look right here, see those dots? The white dot means I've asked for one of my 4 items I have available. A black dot means you have an open request available to ask for something. Now, my next tip is going to be on furniture. Furniture does not take up inventory space. I'm going to throw that out there right now. Everybody's always freaked out about their inventory space. But you can delete it by having it in your bag and going over to it, and then on the Switch you press plus, and then it says, do you want to delete it? And you press yes, and bam, you can delete an item. Super easy, you know. Now the next thing is, when you first get to your plot, there are all these extra little bushes and rocks on your plots. And at the very front, they've got the, you know, the sign and everything. I would think very hard before just willy-nilly chopping down all these. The trees of various sizes, they will all grow back. In fact, I encourage cutting the trees and then planting new ones in their places. That way you can move trees around, because once you grow a tree, you can move it. But the bushes, they don't grow back. All of the rocks don't grow back. So if these are particular things, or landscaping things you want to keep on your property, or at least keep on it for now, I would say not go through and chop and break everything right off the bat. Keep what you might want for decorations later on, right? Now, my next tip is when you're fishing. Now, I know this is specifically for when fish jump out of the water. But when you jump out of the water, you're still losing so much of the gauge. You're like, oh, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, guess what? There actually is. When they're out of the water, what you want to do is you want to release that pull-in button for the Switch. It's the R trigger. And basically, when they're out of the water, you release that button and you will not lose any of your bar. You know, it's especially nice when you're in the cave trying to catch a star bat ray, because those things spend so much time out of the water, and the only way I was able to get a starred version of that fish was legit just pressing that release button. As you can see, the parentheses when they come out of the water, they're red. But then once you release that button, it turns yellow, and your yellow bar at the bottom of the screen doesn't deplete. So make sure, especially when you're getting some of these harder to catch fish, like when they're out of the water, release that button, and when they jump back in, press that button back again to keep reeling them back in. It's literally, it's a game changer for me for fishing. Now, my last tip is going to be about fishing. You know, I like to come down here to the Zeki's underground area, because that was recently opened up for fishing, and there are all kinds of people down here all the time. If you want to level up your fishing a bit quicker, this is the place to go. There's almost always people here fishing, and as you can see right under my focus bar, there is a buff that has a guy holding a fish and it says ×5. That is a fishing buff you get that when people around you catch a fish, you get a rank of this fishing buff that stacks up to 5 times. As you can see, it's already at 5. I got it so fast because everybody's down here fishing. And basically what it does mean is it speeds up the amount of time when you throw out the rod, and then when you're waiting for a fish, it speeds that time up. You're getting fish 5 times faster by like having this buff and just throwing it out there. So you're able to level up your fishing a whole lot faster just by fishing around other people and getting that buff. And so what I like to do is come down here to the Zeki's Underground because, as I said, this is the best place to find people fishing. And there's almost always people fishing down here. So, and then my last tip is literally just have fun. Like, there's this game is still in open beta at the time of making this video, so there are a lot of stuff still not added in the game. A lot of us are still waiting on storylines, and a lot of us have maxed out a lot of the things you can really do in the game, and so like literally don't rush the game. Just go in, have fun, enjoy the game, play the game the way you want to. There are plenty of content to the game, and you don't want to burn through it too fast, So just run around, do what you like, and just take your time and enjoy the game and have fun. That's probably like my #1 tip. I see so many people online post, how do I make the money the fastest? How do I get this done as quick as possible? And it's like, don't burn through it. There's only so much content in the game right now, So you just want to take your time, enjoy the game and have fun, play with your friends, earn some money, You don't have to min-max the perfect garden to make the most money your first week playing, Just get used to the controls, get used to the world, and just go out there and have a good time. So, hopefully this piece of advice, tips, tricks, whatever, hopefully they help you out within your joining of Palia, and I guess I would say welcome to Palia. I hope you guys have a wonderful stay, and I will see y'all in the next video.